The corner, the corner, the corner. Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you will find real, authentic conversation. Organic conversation. Like you're at home with your cousin. It's about life. It's about finance. It's about spirituality. It's about love. And everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey to explore life. Listen, let's sit back and enjoy a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on, a wide range of spectrum of thoughts. My goal is to create a space for all of us to connect, all of us to learn each other, and all of us to communicate. It's really not about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy this. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about the corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner. What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Cousin Ed. Yes, indeed, we're back. Another episode. This is going to be I want to say wind down Wednesday, but really it's not really wind down Wednesday. It's going to be a Who Are We Wednesday. Who are we, right? For those who heard this before, the Who Are We series of Cousin Ed's Corner is just breaking down who am I, for one, but who's the person being interviewed, who's the person talking, how did you get to be who you are, and just, it's a little bit of background. So this one, I'm going to make it quick. It's going to talk about my college years in, I'll say, Crescent, Pennsylvania. Small town on top of a mountain. You can go look it up. But before I get into the show, leave you with a cliffhanger real quick. Before I get into the show, definitely go out and subscribe to the show. You can say, hey, Siri, or you can say, hey, I'm not going to say her name right now because she'll talk back to us. Her name starts with an A. If you say her name or you say Google, it will go out and find the show. All you got to do is say, play Cousin Ed's Corner, and they'll play Cousin Ed's Corner for you. Definitely subscribe to the show on any platform that you listen to podcasts on, any platform you are listening to this podcast on. Go out and subscribe to the show. I would love to have you as a family member that gets updated on the show when it comes out. So if you do have any other questions, definitely, like I said, visit cousinedscorner.com, or you can email me at info@cousinedscorner.com. So without further ado, wanted to get into the show and talk about my time in Crescent, Pennsylvania. So I got to give you a little history before I get to Crescent. I did 2 years at another college down in South Georgia. Had two of the best years of my adolescence, right? As you get into college, you're still young and you're still enjoying yourself. But it was my 2 first years of college where I had a plum fool. I enjoyed myself and got to be a young man, learning a lot. Leaving out of there, and I think I may have said this story before. So, for those who don't know, scholarships are not 4-year scholarships. Scholarships are signed year to year. And with my first year, I redshirted. That first year, the college coach got fired, brought a new coach in. We didn't get along that second year. I ended up leaving there and going to another school in Crescent, Pennsylvania. And after going to the school in Pennsylvania, I ended up rooming with a white guy for the first time in my life. We're in an apartment we're staying in town in an apartment. I'm the only black person in town. Now, I say this and it's kind of funny, but in the town, I was the only black person. On campus, we had other black people. We had the basketball team. We may have had one or two students, but we had a bunch of Central American cast students. Those are the students who come from Central America for a program for sign language. Half of them can sign. Half of them could actually speak and sign. The other half could just sign. So it was a program that the school had. But I was the only black person living in town. And this gave me an opportunity to see Central, not only Central America, but Central U.S., right? I'm up there in the Crescent, Pennsylvania, on top of the mountain, all white people. And being able to live with a white person who might not have lived with another black person before as in a one-on-one setting, but he was a cool white guy. He's like, what's a cool white guy? Like, if you think of the coolest white guy, I'm trying to think of the dude that used to play for the Heat. Tyler, can't think of his last name right now. But just think of a cool white boy that you want to hang out with. This is the guy I'm rooming with, right? So he's mad cool, and we did everything together. We went out together. We ate together. We traveled. Now I will say this much, and he might listen to this show. This dude never brought me home, so I want to know why he never brought me home. His parents love me, but he never brought me home. But he's been to Brooklyn with me. He's hung out with my family, everything. So got a chance to live with him, and but going through the town, going to the local markets and things like that, everyone in town knew me. Everyone in town loved me. But I think at first they were skeptical of the black guy one, but the guy from Brooklyn too, right? So breaking the barriers, having them be comfortable with me, I decided to I wasn't even with the norm in the beginning. I wasn't with the norm. I wasn't normal. I don't feel I was normal, but I was going to set a mark to show them that not only the guy from Brooklyn, but the tall black guy was different than everyone else, right? I was different than what you've seen on TV, different than what you've seen in the movies, different than what you've seen in the paper, different than what you've seen in the rap videos. I was going to be that guy who was focused on, and it maybe because of the environment, but I was focused on getting out of there, focused on my grades. I came in with a 2.7 GPA. I graduated at 3.5 GPA. I'm not saying all that to boast myself on this show. I'm saying that to show you how focused I was on accomplishing my goal. It wasn't about basketball anymore. Cause I realized it could be taken from you at any time. It was more about getting what I can get out of basketball, which was an education. I still had a ball with my teammates and everything else, but I was truly focused on getting out of there, being one of the best examples for not only my community, but for my parents. Being one of the best examples for my parents. I had great coaches while there, had great teachers, great professors while there, but the main thing was when anyone could say my name, I wanted to be able to say that they had a student athlete that was doing the right thing. Not to say everything I did was right, not to say everything I did was correct, but I wanted to try to be that person. And hopefully I succeeded. I did graduate. I took everything that I learned there. I came back, ended up coaching kids from seeing the examples that my coaches gave me. Still in contact with my teammates. A lot of them today. Love them to death. Wanted to always stay in that brotherhood with them. But just a little insight of what made me who I am today. That right there had me focus on trying to be the best, giving up the focus on trying to be the best at the sport or whatever, but excelling in grades, never in my life did I want to excel in my grades. Never before did I want to excel in my grades. Told my dad, a C is passing. Why are you even bothering me about it? But I wanted to be the best in each one of those classes, because it was the adversity of me being the only one, or maybe one of the few ones of us there, and wanted to show them that we can excel as well. Yeah. Hey, it's your boy Cousin Ed. Like I said, I didn't want to come along. I may redo this show another day and give you more insight to some of the things that happened while there. And nothing was bad. I don't think I had a bad experience while there. I'll give you one wild story before I go. One wild story. It was Mike Tyson fight. Didn't have cable like that in the apartment for pay-per-view. Had the cable for the people we were renting from. So we didn't have a box or anything. So wanted to go see the fight. Find a bar in town. Never been to this bar before. Walk in the bar and everything stops. Everything comes to a screeching halt. Everybody turns and looks. That's probably the only time where I probably felt uncomfortable and they felt uncomfortable too. They didn't know what was going on. Had a drink at the bar. They didn't have the fight. Ended up leaving. So that was my funny story about one uncomfortable time. But outside of that, hey, I had a great time up there. Need to go back and visit. But hey, listen, guys, this was a quick story. I might start doing more quickies like this. Most of the episodes are short, but for these episodes on Who Are We, it takes a little longer. But I might just give you a little more quickies like this, or even do it on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. But I enjoyed this one. It brought back some great memories, great friends. Had a chance to grow with and learn from while being there. So it's your boy Cousin Ed. Definitely don't forget to share this episode. Share every episode. Follow the show. Tag the show. All the things you could do about helping the show out. It's your boy Cousin Ed. I love each and every one of you. Remember, no matter how you cut and slice it, we're all in this together. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Cousin Ed's